The future is here, and it's smarter than ever. Dubai is at the forefront of innovation, transforming into a global smart city, where technology, sustainability, and investment opportunities merge. But what does this mean for investors? How can you leverage Dubai's smart transformation to make informed, high-return investments? Join us as we unlock the future of smart investments in Dubai. The future is now. Are you ready?
Now, meet your host and expert guide for today's webinar, Sunil Chipa, CEO and founder for Shore Real Estate. With 4 years of experience in Dubai's thriving real estate market, Sunil has built a remarkable track record for a prestigious project by Nakheel, Miras, A'mar, and Dubai Properties. To managing a portfolio for top Indian investors, his expertise spans off-plan and resale deals. Today, Sunil will guide you through Dubai real estate opportunity, sharing valuable insights and answering your questions along the way. Let's begin this exciting journey together.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. I'm sure in India it's a 5:30, so good evening, namaste, and we also have our people and viewers from UK. So in UK, I think it's around 12 o'clock in afternoon. So good afternoon, everyone there. My name is Sunil, and as we take this journey ahead with you, and before we talk about Dubai real estate and our about agency, let me take small time and connect about myself, that why I am here and representing this face and this webinar for you. So my name is Sunil. I represent Shore Real Estate. I'm basically from India, in a state called Rajasthan. By qualification, I'm an engineer, and then had my around 9 years of corporate journey in India and worked with good organizations like Tata Group and Reliance Industries. So that's my India connect. It's been a blessed 14 years plus journey here with family in Dubai. And in those 14 years, the first 12 years, it's been again with the corporates. So I worked, and I'm fortunate to work with organizations like Etisalat Telecom. It's a telco player, world's top 10 player in the telco region. I worked with Al Futtaim and also small stint with IFCO Group. So that's about my corporate journey. And then for last 3 years, we are into real estate, trying to create value for our people, our clients, and our stakeholders. So that's a little connect about me. Let me put little more connect on the Shore real estate. So what happens is, in Dubai and particularly in the real estate market, there are 10,000 of real estate agencies are there. Yeah. And out of 10,000, and in the age of social media, we all are confused that which developer, which agency, why, and a lot of those questions are there. And that's where what we understood is, in that segment, 90 plus percent of the agencies are working for agencies, working for themselves. There are still good 8 to 10% of the agencies and partners who are trying to add and create value for clients. And that's where the space we wanted to be. And that's how we started, and we created this small boutique setup called Shore Real Estate. Yeah. And if you see the Shore as a word, though it gives you that small connect and trust and accountability part, but let me tell you that how the Shore is creating a value in a small way for you. Yeah. And I think we should, I am not able to see that slide, what is coming on the screen. So when you talk about the Shore as a real estate, so if you see these, though it's a word, letters are four. Yeah. But then when you talk about S, the first letter, so S is about service excellence. Yeah. And the second letter, which is U, is about understanding you. So service is non-negotiable things. Yeah. But then what most important thing comes for any connect is the you as a client, you as an investor, you as an end user. How we understand your requirement, how we translate those requirements into the product which makes sense to you. So that's where Do I work for myself while selling the property, that what product will give me more benefit? Or I understand your purpose of buying, and that may be, for example, you are buying it for your end use purpose, or you are buying maybe for investment purpose, or if you have a rental income as a connect, or you want to buy and sell in between or flip. So understanding your requirement is very, very important, and I'll spend one more minute here is why you makes more sense to us in today's Dubai real estate market. And when you compare this market 15 years ago, around 15 years ago, there used to be only 12 to 15 real estate developers in Dubai, and today we have 100 plus developers. So what's happening in a way is, though Dubai is growing very fast, there is a potential, there is a demand, but then it also bringing a lot of confusion in the minds of people. And you have a social media, yeah, wherein everything looks quite glossy, quite appealing, quite value creating, yeah. But then when you go into little more deep, then we find little different reality. That's why the understanding you and your plans and what product will add and create value for you is more important for us. And another letter, which is R, is about respectful relationships. For us, any closing of the deal is not the closing of that journey, it's a beginning of the new relationship, and it's beginning of a new milestone with you in that partnership. And that's where we talk about the hand holding and managing your entire portfolio. And last but not the least, in this industry particularly, where a lot of monetary transactions are there and money flow happens from one country to another, one developer to another, that integrity piece is the more value adding and more value creating. And that's a little connect about the shore. So we talked about Sunil, we mentioned about the shore as a real estate can be a possible partner to your purpose and your perspectives. Now let's talk about Dubai. So though Dubai as a word, Dubai as a class or as a city or as a word, it doesn't need an introduction in today's context. And I keep telling to a lot of people to whom I meet, a lot of investors. Today only I met an investor from Chennai, India, and morning he was staying in Dubai Marina, Mr. Nagaraj. Yeah. So what I share about our own experience of being in Dubai for last 14 years, and the way I define Dubai in one line is, it's a blessed place. It's a place which has been creating value for all, whether you are a citizen, whether you are a resident, whether you are a tourist, investor, business holder, whatever category you belong, or whatever the age you belong. Either you are a small kid studying here, you are an adult working and striving and thriving here, or you are a businessman, or you want to retire here. Each set of the age, it has created a value, and it has those ecosystem, and it has those value drivers which will meet your requirements. And that's why I summarize it in one line: it's a blessed place. And let me talk about a real time example from one of my investor, Mr. Romy, again, Indian from Mumbai. He has a textile business. He had an office in Korea to Japan to Iran and to Thailand. He's into textile market, obviously in India, in Surat and all. What he says, and he has been here for 40 plus years, and what he says is, Sunil, Dubai is a land of opportunity. Whoever has believed in, whoever trusted the leadership and vision, and most importantly, whoever has worked hard here, Dubai has given them back in multifold. And that's what I'm using the name Mr. Romy Kepulani. Yeah, he is around 68, 69, 70 years of old. So these are the wisdom, and that's the reality of Dubai. Yeah. So and the good thing is, though we'll talk about the various facets of Dubai, but then that's a summary part. So as we move forward, we'll talk about the what may be the most great pull factor for you, and the what can be the best pull factor than the monetary aspects for an investor, right? So here, when we talk about the monetary aspects, on the taxation element, irrespective of the country you belong, whether UK, India, or even any other part of the world, the taxation are the most important factor. And if you see the last column, 0% income tax. 0% property tax, 0% capital gain tax. So suppose if you buy a property of 1 million or 1 CR in Indian context, and if you sell it 2 CR or double of the value, there is zero capital gain tax. That's a best monetary kind of a connect across the world. I'm not talking about comparison with 3 countries or 10 countries or 20 countries, across the world. That's the best value propositions are there for investors. Yeah, even if you talk about the first two columns, which is India and UK, you will see the various range of those income tax and associated aspects. If you see the second row on the corporate tax, that is the tax which is only on the business houses, only on the companies, only on the organizations. It's not on the individual, and that's why it's used the word corporate. And that too, if your company is doing the business, and if the net profit after all the expenses, if your net profit is more than $100,000, more than $1 lakh, then only you pay the tax on that net profit. So see the kind of value creation, or see the kind of ecosystem it is being created for you to come, play, and thrive and grow together. And last but not the least, it's a sales tax. So in terminology, it is called VAT, value added tax. Yeah. So the value added tax is again a recent launch, wherein what it says is the non-essential transactions. So your education, your insurance, your health, your the basic things are excluded from the VAT. So see the vision, see the vision that whatever is the necessity for the life is taken care. Yeah. And to give you again, I keep giving a lot of those connects to people that what is Dubai. Yeah. So we just talked about the monetary kind of a connect, but as we move forward and we talk about the subsequent areas, yeah, and these are again another monetary kind of an indicator which indicates that across the world, I'm not talking only about Dubai. I'm talking about across the world. If you say outflow and then inflow, UAE has welcomed highest number of high net worth individuals in last year. And what a kind of an achievement. Can it be possible through the small inputs or with a very narrow vision? Not at all. So when the entire world is believing, when the entire world is seeing this as in potential, when the entire community is seeing as a hub to come and grow and do things together, why not we? And that's where Dubai stands out in across all the categories. Yeah. So when we talk about the other aspects, which is about the capital appreciation part, the rental yields, investor perks, financing, and market stability. It's all about the ecosystem which is created for you as an investor, for you as an end user, to come, settle, and explore the wow-ness of Dubai. And let me again use one more liner, that what is Dubai? And fortunately, as of today, I am around 43 years of age, and age of today, I have visited maybe around 15 countries. And what I've experienced about Dubai particularly is, in Dubai, you as an individual, I as an individual are taken care or treated as a life. And in most of the other countries, you may be considered or taken care or regarded as a number, as a count. And when you have two different concept and perspectives, here you are as a life and here you are as a number. So when you talk about number, then you are just as a count, one of many. But when you are regarded as a life, you talk about complete ecosystem. You talk about what that life will be happy, how or what are those necessities for that life is needed to give it as a next level of nourishment and next level of growth. And I'll give you a simple example here. Whatever those, from fire brigade to police to emergency or health related needs, 7 minutes is the turnaround time. 7 minutes is the maximum. From any part of Dubai, if you call, those necessities will be with you to manage those emergencies in 7 minutes maximum. And that's what is Dubai is all about. And that's what I say, it's a life. Here you are considered, you are regarded, you are celebrated as a life. So in addition to talking about those tangible on the financials and rental yields and all those elements, That's what I use the word, and again I'll connect and take you back to the word called blessed. It's a blessed life here. Yeah. So as we talk about related areas and next steps on why, if we narrow down, yeah, and we see in little more different context, 2040 urban master plan has been already charted out, and they already have charted out also 2050 master plan. And what it says, that population is being doubled from 3.3 to 7.8, addition of 150%, more than double. Yeah. 55% of population to live within 800 meter of main public transport station. So see the vision. When I say that life, which means everything is around, everything is being considered to take care of you. Yeah, that 50% of the population to live within the 800 meters of that required connectivity. 130% of the increase in space for hospitality and tourism activity. Yeah, so when you talk about everything, why that life can be taken care and how that life can be celebrated, that's an ecosystem is being planted and being planned. Yeah. 5 urban centers. So what's also happening is, and if you talk in little more generic, that how Dubai will look like. So they are trying to create mini Dubai within the Dubai. Yeah, so for example, right now, and what we have seen in last 10-12 years is, if you are working in one area, you are traveling and transporting from one area on daily basis and then going back to your home. Now Dubai is creating those satellite townhouses or satellite towns, so that everything is available in those areas. So you have a commercial space, you have a residential space, you have a school, you have a hospital. That's the planning is being done in, so that there is no pressure on one particular area. And that's how the vision is coming in, and that's what we and everybody is encouraging you to come and be part of this growth journey. Yeah. So as we talk on the next aspect, here is little more sustainability aspects. Here is more about in longer term, that are we talking only about those the left hand side parameters, which is about 6.7% returns or pegging of the currency and fair pricing index, or we are also talking about in more generic about sustainability and growth potential about Dubai. Yeah. So here we have a nuclear power plant running, and they are still supporting with the 3% of the energy requirement of the city, and with the concept of smart city. And Dubai is currently at a number 6 place in terms of the entire living index. So there is a plan from making it from 6 to number 3 and from 3 to number 1 in 2050. And to make it number 3 and number 1, and what will be the support system and base and ecosystem will be needed, that is what being charted. So what I'm trying to connect you is that Dubai is on this growth trajectory. It's not like this, it's not stable, it's on growth trajectory. And when the growth happens, yeah, when we connect to about any market or any mutual funds or any currency aspects, when anything is growing, better to be part of that journey, so that we grow, our returns grows, our experience grows, and our enrichment also grows in that context. So that's what is the phase right now for Dubai. And small connect, and we'll see in next slides as well, that how Dubai is talking about the future and associated technological interventions when we talk about Dubai. So whether it's a flying taxis, and another good thing about leadership here is, and Dubai ruler says that whatever things happens in USA on the day one, it should also happen in Dubai in terms of the technological led advancement and launches and those innovations. So if Tesla or if anybody Uber is talking about the flying taxis in 2026 in other part of the world, Dubai is also talking about the same system in the same year at same time for the residents and for the people here. Yeah, obviously Dubai Metro Blue Line. So Dubai has a metro since 2009. Yeah, it's been 16 years. But then now, because of those urban planning and then 5 satellite towns they are planning to develop to support those massive expansion plans, in parallel, everything is being explored here. And I come from the India, and where typically you have any new township or new town is getting developed, and slowly the infrastructure will come in. Here it happens completely reversed. Here the first infrastructure comes in, first roads comes in, electricity comes in, everything happens, then you are allowed to talk about the development, then you are allowed to design and deliver any new projects. So that's a thought process. And the last about is on Etihad Rail, which is a commercial logistical corridor which is being planned within the country, and also it's planning to connect to all of the 7 countries within the GCC framework. So that's on the kind of a massive infrastructure being rolled out across. On if you are planning to shift here with family, and obviously you would want to understand what are those education related things. So you talk about any of the top institutes from UK to US to India, from IIM to IITs to London School of Economics to INSEAD to Hult Education from Australia to American universities. All the top notch brands are here, and which again is about the potential. Those universities and those institutions are believing about Dubai, and Dubai government proactively trying to tap them so that they grow and meet those demands. Yeah. So again, obviously, these things doesn't need any introduction. Dubai is famous for having that first man-made world's island kind of a structure known as a Palm Jumeirah. And about this structure is known, and you see the beauty of this when it got convinced or conceived in 90s 90 end of 1990. You see the vision that they wanted to create in the world, which has never happened. They were the first one to think about those kind of man-made island concept, and they did not only think, they executed and they delivered. And now the beauty is, now Dubai is talking about the next phase of the same Palm Jumeirah, and they already launched the product called Palm Jabal Ali. Yeah, it's from Nakhil. And again, you see the you see the future and design and vision is the punchline where it says future of future. So the punchline of this new project, which is Palm Jabal Ali, it will be more grand, more beautiful, more bold than the current setup. And the punchline for that entire setup is future of future. So see the thought process, and accordingly everything will come in. Obviously, we know the Burj Khalifa, we know the Burj Al Arab and all. So this is about Dubai, though I'm sure you all know for this. Let's talk little bit on the summary aspects of the real estate market. What's happening? Yeah. So you will see the terminologies primary and secondary market. So this is a little bit of technical to real estate, but I'll explain you. So primary here is the new launches, which is still under construction products. And if you see the what comparison between last year and this year, here we are talking about the Q1 numbers, sales volume and sales value and price per square feet. So that's a belief system. That's what world is believing in Dubai and in the segment of the property market. Secondary market is about the resale, is about the ready property or the under construction, but in between, not at the launch time, but in between, it has already gone through 1.5, 2 years of development. It's still under construction, and the resale is happening. So that is known as a secondary market. So primary is very, very simple, pure off-plan launch. Secondary has a two category: off-plan resale, and then 100% when it's ready, and then you resell. So that's called a secondary market. And if you see sales volume, 15% here is around 49-50%. So that's what is happening. And why people are investing in primary market or off plan, we call it off plan, OFF. Yeah. Why they are investing more into primary or new launches? Because of very, very simple reason. What it can be according to you? Simple reason is that in the under construction products, your investment, your return, your investment, and your risk is very, very low. You are not paying 100% of the value which you will need to pay if you buy the ready property in the secondary market, right? So here, because you are paying with the payment plan, you are paying the small amount, so your investment is low, risk is low, and return is better. And that's why if you see the three times, more than three times, here it's 15%, here it's 49%, more than three times the people are believing under, they want to be part of this growth journey, they want to be part of that, what the demand supply gap exists. They would want to buy it x price and they want to sell it x plus price in between, or at ready when it becomes maybe at x plus plus prices. So that's a beauty: low risk, better returns, more flexibility, and more premium. And it's visible when you see those numbers, and these are the government numbers. Yeah. So, and again, when you go a little more detail, how the trust, how the value creation it has been giving to the investors and people, and you can see that 2025, though it just began, but you see the numbers. I don't need to tell you about more on Dubai real estate. The number speaks itself. This is not the number, this is the belief, this is the trust which investors, which residents are putting and believing in Dubai growth trajectory, Dubai opportunities which it has and which it can provide to you. Yeah. As we move to next, now which property type? We talked about two main properties, which is launch under construction, which is about to get launched. So you begin as a primary buyer, and then you also have talk about ready properties, and then you can put those ready properties on short term rental. So today Dubai is also regarded as a touristic place. So when you have a touristic in kind of a connect, so you would want to buy the ready property and put it on the short term rental, so Airbnb, those kind of platforms. So but then if you see the returns, that's so for us, the investment should look good on Excel sheet. For us, it should add and create value over the period of time, if that is the purpose. If your purpose is end use, then obviously the track is different, the product may be different. But if your purpose is investment, then off plan, the under construction, the new launches are the category to explore for those right reasons which we discussed. I will also discuss about the one real time product, the real time location, real time payment plan, and real time calculations for you to understand how and what's happening in this market. Now, what are the types of payment plan? So now we are going in little more detail about the under construction off plan products. Yeah. So in some category you have a post handover payment plan. So for example, if there is a 2 year cycle time that you have the product which is getting launched in January 25, which is 2 months ago, and if it will be handed over in January 27, which means 2 years is the development time. So then post handover payment plan, which means after handover in January 27, you still have 10, 20, 30% of the payment plan can be paid on monthly basis. So that is known as a post handover payment plan. And why we are making you aware is, when you will hear about any developer and when you will hear those connect, you will understand that after handover, there is some still payment plan is left. Second term is about 50-50 payment plan, which mean, as the name it indicates, 50 to be paid during construction, which mean January 25 to January 27, you will need to pay 50%, and another 50 needs to go on handover, which is January 27. So a lot of people, what they do as an investor is, in the they buy in off plan or under construction properties so that they pay low. So for example, they paid 50% only. So if you bought a property of 1 million, yeah, or let's, if in Indian context, you put a 1 cr, or in USD and UK context, if you put a 1 million GBP. So for 1 million product, if you bought in the 50-50 payment plan, which means in 2 years you paid only how much? 500,000 dirhams. And in that too in 2 years, which means every year you paid only 250,000. So in 2 years you paid 50%, 500,000. And suppose you bought a property 1 million and the prices had increased to 1.2 million, for example, which is very very basic calculation I'm putting. It grows normally to 250, 300 kind of thing, but 200. So the premium which you earned is 200,000. So 200,000 is premium, and what price you have invested? 500,000 only. So what is your return? 200 return over an investment of 500,000, which means it's a 40%. So 40% in real estate is a very very good returns. And so what it provides you is 20% or year. But because in the first year your investment was also low, so it can, in an average, it can give you 25% of the return year on year. So that is the beauty of under construction off plan launches, and that's what we say, that it gives you flexibility of low investment, low risk, better returns. And suppose some project has a 80-20 payment plan, which mean 80% you need to pay during the handover, and then 20% you pay on the handover. So what people typically do is, on the handover they sell the property, so the new buyer will continue the payment plan and he will bring in those 50 or 20% whatever is per payment plan. Yeah. So your liability stick until only the construction payment plan, which is 50 or 80, what is the as per payment plan. And then you also have some developer who gives 1% monthly payment plan. But I'm not very much fan of those 1% monthly plan, for the simple reason is, like we all hear, that nothing is free in this world. No lunch is free, right? So if somebody is offering you 1% payment plan, which means the financing cost of that is already inbuilt into your product, and who is paying for that? You as a client, you as a buyer, you as an end user. So according to me, as your property representative or real estate partner, according to me, there are better options in the market, in addition to, or instead of paying high prices for the initial product itself. Yeah. Now, some of those small comparison on mathematics. Yeah. So when you talk about IMA, DAMAC, these are some of those developers. I'm sure you must have heard it. A lot of social media campaigns happens. Yeah. A lot of the reels comes into the game and market and all. So if the first line which we see IMAR, and then if you see 20% down payment, 40% during construction, which means what is the payment plan it is? It's a 60/40, because upon handover, how much you are paying? 40%. So that's an example. It's a 60/40 payment plan. When you see next row is about 20 plus 50, which means it's a 70/30 payment plan. The Shobha, which means it's a 80/20 payment plan. These are just as an example. Yeah, the actual payment plan may vary from product to product and launches to launches. For Nakhil, it's like 20/80, so it's around 80/20 or 90/10 or some of those things. And for Bingati, you have some of the projects also 1% payment plan. So the summary here is, during the construction, whatever you pay, that becomes particular A, and then rest all goes on the handover. So that is just on the comparison part. Typical project cycle is around 2 to 5 years depending on the developer. Yeah. Now these are some of the mathematics on different types of investment options. And but then how, yeah, what can be, so the what first thing I tell to people here is, whatever is your purpose of investing, if your purpose is investment returns or the end use, though the product will be different, though your end product should be different because the purpose is different, but whatever is the purpose, what is also important thing is choosing the right track. And I'll tell you what does it mean. I mean, it's about two different options of tracks. The first track is, we should focus on the top 10 developers, because like I said, 15 years ago, when we are talking about 2010, Dubai had only 15, 18 developers. Today, in 2025, there are 100 plus developers are there. So what I do in that case, and social media creates everything super jazz. So what I tell to people in track one, focus on top 10 developers. Yeah, no brainer. So suppose you are in India or any other part of the world. So for example, it's a Godrej, Tata, and so on and so forth, DLF and Shoba and Loda and all group. So focus on top 10 developers. The second track is about focus on top three performing communities in Dubai when you consider as an investment. So either you go with top 10 developers, choose any one fitting to your requirement, your budget, and your perspectives, or choose top three localities and choose top three developers in that locality. So these are the two tracks. The first track is top 10 developers, second track is top three performing locations, performing communities, and choose top three developers in that. Yeah. So if I am at your place today, if I am as one of the potential or active investor, what I will do and what I'll do research and what's happening in the market, I'll tell you. So if we adopt a track one, because it's very safe, very easy, but then what's happening is, the top 10 developers today, for them the price is very, very high. Yeah. And in addition to high price, the development cycle time is 3 to 4 years, which is also not in favor of my investor, because I would want them to buy and sell and move away in another 18 to 24 months, in 1.5 to 2 years. So the price is high, the payment handover timelines is long, and third is about The payment plan is also very, very aggressive. Now almost all the top developers are coming with 80/20 or 70/30 payment plan, which means they are taking most of the money from you during construction itself. Yeah. So this is my problem, that, and that's the reason I am very, very little bit of reserve. Though for us, age of today, 80% of our business comes from the top 10 developer. But in this context of today, when Dubai property prices are on little high side, yeah, so I would suggest you that we take a track two. And track two is, we still choose top three performing communities, top three areas or localities, but we choose top three developers. So what essentially we are talking about is, though in India, if you talk about top 10, which include Godrej, Tata Group and all, so we are talking not at India level, but even if I focus at Chennai, why I'm using Chennai, because today morning only I met Mr. Nagaraj. He's into the wooden and interior and those business, and he's starting his office in Dubai and want to invest in Dubai. Uh, so in Chennai, you also have top three developers, and which he suggested that, so it's a Prestige Group and Brigade Group and so on and so forth. So I'm just using this as an example. But what we are saying is, still, even if you invest in that Chennai and with those three top developers, still it will serve and make your own purpose done. So for me, if I am at your place, I will not go with top 10 developer until I find a very, very good product within their offerings. Yeah. Because what I tell to people when they think about Dubai is, don't invest in Dubai considering what it will become in 10 years. Invest in Dubai, or think about Dubai or particular investment, that how it will come out in next 2 to 3 years of horizon. Don't think more than 3 years. So that is very, very important, because it's your own money. Yeah. So when you talk about 2 to 3 years of horizon, then the smaller developers, top three developer in top performing communities, their churning is very fast. They give you product in 2 years. Their payment plan is very, very fair, 40/60, 50/50. The prices are reasonable. And I'll give you an example. For one bedroom apartment, and it's a real time example I'm giving you. So our office here is in Ibn Battuta Gate office. Now I'm talking to you from 11th floor from my office number 1101. Uh, this office building also has a 3 floors from Amazon. So that's just to connect you on the address part. It's attached to the Ibn Battuta shopping mall. And this area is called as Furjan or Jabal Ali village. This also has a IKEA and temple and mosque around 1.5 kilometer away. So that's a very, very prime location. And this area is into top three performing communities in Dubai, and we'll talk a little more on that. Yeah. So 1 BHK example, if I take, with the top 10 developer, the price is 1.8, 1.7, 1.9 million dirhams. Yeah, with a good location product I'm talking. I will not buy whether it's a MR, but I will not buy it 60, 70 kilometers away from the main source. Yeah. So I'm talking about central, similar kind of a location. So we have an apple to apple comparison. So one bedroom, instead of buying with them at for 1.7, 1.8 million, high price, aggressive payment plan, longer delivery time, I will choose a developer which is in this area, because it's into top three performing communities. Superb location, one product. I have also put our social media, the video of that product explaining the from the live location. Yeah, that product is at around 1.2 to 1.3 million, because on high floor when you go up the prices increases. Yeah. So 1.8, here we are talking about 1.2, so 50% lesser cost. Instead of 4 years, that here the developer time is 2 years. From high aggressive payment plan of 80/20, here the payment plan is 40/40. So for me as an investor, for today's market, and the location is superb, non comparable location, it's on the metro. It's not even 400, 300, 200 meters. It's 20 meters from the metro. Yeah. So that's a location, that's a developer, and then the developer is into top three, and not into top three. It's a number one developer of this area, and they have built world's largest Lamborghini automotive showroom in Dubai. I don't need to tell more about them. I have already given that indicator that who are they. Yeah. So that's a developer, and who are buying, the residents of nearby areas who are investing or who are staying in that nearby locality. And also, and I'll give you a real time example again. One of my client who works with Amazon, I'll not use his name, who works with Amazon. He has bought in their previous product, and he is buying again in this new product, which means, see the trust. If the customer comes to repeat, that's a true success, that's a true value, and that's a developer, that's a real time example. And this product has a potential to give you 40% returns in 2 years on your investment. So superb location, great developer, part of that ecosystem which is very very thriving, top 3 performing communities, and a developer which is known for, and location is on the metro, and pure off plan. All these are good things about that product and project, but then only not so good thing is it got launched on Monday, today's Friday, it's been 5 days, 95% is the sold out. And believe me, it's not a sales pitch, it is the reality we all are passing through. Yeah. So here again, to connect on the monetary part, on 1.3 as a value we see 40%, which means how much you have paid, around 550,000. This product today, if you buy at 1.3 today in market, is selling, the previous launches of the same developer is at 1.4, 1.45, which means 150,000 you are buying less. In 2 years, if the price increases by another 50, 100,000, which is bare minimum, you will still earn 200 to 250,000 on your 550 investment, which is minimum 40%, and that's a mathematics. So choosing the right property is very very important. That's what I took around 5 7 minutes, gave the real time example of this area. The second is secure financing. Otherwise, it's a very very good connect, very encouraging, very supportive framework, that as a resident you can take 80% loan, as a non-resident you can take up to 50 to 60% of the loan, but the financing is available only on the ready properties. Obviously, the you have the sign the sales agreement, then obviously transfer and ownership, and then post purchase, a lot of those support. We'll talk about golden visa eligibility and so on and so forth. But the traction is, the beauty here is everything is integrated, everything is digitalized, everything is available on your fingerprint in terms of the applications. So as we move to next, what we are trying to connect here is the definition we already discussed about off plan and ready. What are the difference? Yes, for off plan, the advantage is low investment, low risk, higher returns. Ready property, the advantage is only that you have a very comfort, that I have paid 100%, but I have the key with me. So that's only non tangible comfort, but rest all are more tilted towards off plan. Let me spend 1 minute on what, as a buyer, is your right. Why Dubai is becoming a safe haven for investors. And I'm using the word heaven. And believe me, yes, it is. So here, for that escrow, I'm sure RERA framework and escrow account is there across the countries now. But RERA here not is in only in the paper. When there is any escalations or any complaint, you get a SMS from RERA authorities not to respond in 7 days or 10 days. You get a message that you please respond in 24 or 48 hours, depending on the seriousness of the complaint. So that's an hourly feedback and hourly response is there. For any of the product which is getting under construction or getting built in, on a quarterly basis, RERA team and DLD team visits the product, and developer is obligated to put and share the status of the progress. And the beauty is there is a website, it's a government website called DXB Interact. DXB Interact, and you can put search any of the project name, and you will see the age of today's status, when it was launched, when it will be handed over, what is the status today, what is the delays if there are any. And you also have another application called Dubai Rest, REST, Dubai Rest, and you can see the actual real time transaction and what price it is bought, what price it is being sold, including the unit number. Obviously, the ownership name and who are the buyer is not shared. But so this is why everything is available to you to create the trust, that what is the market, what the potential, what is the returns they actually are coming to you as an investor. And that's what the way government is trying to put it as a trust factor. Escrow rules, very very important and very satisfying thing for buyers is, under construction, the first 30% payment which you make, it doesn't go to the developer. So suppose when I say, for this product I gave you an example in Furjan on metro, the payment plan is 40/60. So the first 30% payment which you will make, it doesn't go to developer, it goes to the government escrow account for that project. When you make 35%, another installment of 5%, that 5% only goes to the developer. When you make 40th%, then 10% have gone to the developer. So in case any issue happens with your product or project, or if not going on or whatever delays, your money is safe with the government. So see the kind of an ecosystem, see the kind of safety net it's been created for you as a buyer to sleep comfortably, to relax that yes, your property is working for you. Yeah, obviously you have defect liability period and so on and so forth. Coming to one of the word which was there about golden visa, and this is my picture of the golden visa. We got, if you see it, I got for me and my entire family on 31st January 2023. It's been around 2+ years. It's a 10-year golden visa, and I'll explain you in very very simple language. So what is the framework or requirement is, your property value should be 2 million dirhams. Yeah. Property value, not the investment. Let me repeat, your property value should be 2 million dirhams, not that you need to put 2 million dirhams on day one. Yeah. For example, if you bought a 2 million dirham 2 bedroom plus med apartments as a value, so you are eligible to become a golden visa holder. But if you are under construction product and you have started paying only 10% as a booking amount, the next day you will sign your sales and purchase agreement, and after 3 to 4 weeks you will get a pre-title deed. Yeah. Once you get that pre-title deed, and the property price is mentioned that it's a 2 million dirham you have bought as a price, though you paid only 10% as a booking amount, next day you can apply the golden visa for you and your entire family. And it's a tree system. Upside, if you are an owner, for your parents you can apply the golden visa, and downside for your kids and wife and everybody can apply the golden visa. So for one property, that entire family is taken care, everybody gets 10-year golden visa. So this is the kind of an framework, and why Dubai is creating those magnetic effects and pull factors, because they want to invite the best of the breed and the best of the talent, and whoever wants to be and part of the grow and flourish in this wonderful land. So very very simple. You don't need to invest 2 million dirham in one go. Property value should be 2 million dirham. Invest small, get the golden visa. And what is the benefit? I'll give you a simple example. During COVID time, when we were not allowed to transit or travel, yeah, only golden visa holders people were allowed to enter the country. What more you want? You are treated special, you are taken care in terms of special, though it's not about differentiating, but it's about encouraging you to be part of that network. Yeah. So that's a value you have, being a golden visa holder. You don't need, and it's given for 10 years, no renewals in between, once given. But small connected, it's connected to your investment, it's connected to your real estate property, and once you resell that property, you will need to leave that. So a lot of my investors, what they do is, they buy one property for their golden visa, so they don't touch, they allow it to grow, pay, and put it on rent and so on. But then the next investment they buy for purely the flipping purpose. They buy under construction, they sell it after 12, 15, 18, 24 months. So they keep churning it. So one property to base, because entire family is taken care. Whenever you think about Dubai, you don't need to apply visa, need not to wait for 2, 3, 4 days. Took the bag, flight, and you are in Dubai. So that's a golden visa for you. Yeah. We in between discussed about the two tracks, right? That which track should we try to invest? First track was to invest and think about top 10 developers. Second, because of that high price and aggressive payment plan and long handover timelines. The second track is choose top performing community, and we took an example of Al Furjan, and this is the picture which you are seeing in Al Furjan. It's a real project. It's a townhouse project by a developer called Nakhil. It got launched 3.5 years ago. It had a payment plan of 40/60, and you know the people how much money they made. You do the Google research, you see the traction of Al Furjan in DXB Interact and Dubai Rest. People have made 300 plus percentage returns in 3 years, 3 times. Yeah, if you bought a property of 1 million, the payment plan was 40/60, so 400,000 dirhams you paid and you got a return of 1.2 million. That's what this area has given. And obviously Dubai South, wherein we are talking about world's largest airport, Medan is into the center, close to the downtown and business bay. Dubai Island is one of the upcoming hot areas. Dubai Land is one of the place wherein the lot of community and mass will continue to stand. Maritime city, again, it's in the kind of a closeness to the entire heart of Dubai. So these are top six potential areas, and we are located in Furjan. This is the project. Here you have two projects. One project which was near the temple called Gardenia by Vasal. Second project is Nakhil by Muruj Al Furjan by Nakhil. Both projects are given 300 plus returns. So this is the beauty of this area, and why it has given this much return, because it has all the right ingredients for a good recipe. What you may need for a good community setup is, you need a metro, you have a schools, you have a hospitals, you have a shopping mall, you have a temple, you have everything, you have IKEA. Yeah, so everything IKEA. Why I'm using the word, because for IKEA being a Swedish player, it is told that wherever is IKEA, you close your eyes and invest, because all the future potential study has been done by IKEA already. So it ticks on all the parameters, and it's close to Sheikh Zayed Road, which is the main heart and main center of Dubai's current ecosystem, current logistic support. 400 meters, if not a kilometer, 400 meters, and you are on Sheikh Zayed Road. So that's what is the area is all about. I stay in this area, our office is in this area, and these are the two projects which has created the value. Yeah. Let me talk about what's happening now in Dubai market. So we have two products: apartment and townhouses or villas. Townhouses and villas, wherein you have a land and you are having G+1 or G+2 construction, and apartment is all the townhouse, sorry, the tall buildings. Yeah. As we move to next, this is the product by. We'll talk about top 10 developers only, because that's what I want to pitch into you people. In case you are looking for end user or investment, but into the villa townhouse community, one of my favorite product, very very good. During the launch time, we have sold around 810 units. Yeah, and handover is between Q3 27 to Q1 28. Very very good end user and investor product. Only villas, there are no townhouses, no apartments. So that's a very exclusive community, and by a reputed developer called Miras. It's into top 10. Himar, we all know it's a number two developer in market today. The Oasis is a very, very luxury product. The ticket item is very high. You can see 13 million plus. Only villas again. The beauty is it's a 9 kilometer long community. 9 kilometer. And then again, the important thing is how many units are coming? 3,100 villas only. So only on 40% construction is happening, 60% is open for greenery and water, and out of 60%, 30%, which means 50% of that open space is dedicated to the water bodies. So that's how the name, the Oasis. The third product is the Wilds. As the name indicates, it's all about jungle and those kind of community. But again, by a reputed developer. The location is also very good near Global Village. Yeah. The next is about Shobha, the Indian developer. It's a villa community, Elwood. Very, very good. Who is looking for Indian context, good quality, and purely off-plan launch? Shobha also is one of the options. Yeah. And now we talk about apartment category. So it's a low investment ticket item. You have an option to invest from studio to 1, 2, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom apartments. And the next is it's by Nakhil. It's into the Medan Asian area. Again, it was a part of our top performing communities. It's on the lagoon. Yeah, they are having two options right now. One is on Dubai Island. Again, the seafront water facing apartment, and this is the man-made lagoon. Both are from Nakhil. Very very good developer. Yeah. Again, from Imar, this is an apartment opportunities in Dubai Hill State. They also have in Dubai South and also on Expo, so near the Expo. So there are 2 3 options with Imar. But if you really want to be a good associated brand, Nakhil, Imar, Shobha, all those are good ones. Yeah. Shobha Orbit, it's a very value product. Very, very, if you see the starting price is even 1 million and little below to 1 million. Payment plan, they had a 60/40, but now during Ramadan, they have a 40/60, and the handover is in around 2.5 to less than 3 years of time. Good product. Ellington is again a good developer known for their quality. It's a water facing. You can see the picture itself. Very good product to be explored. Yeah. Uh, this is the developer we were talking about in Furjan, Nabni. Yeah. It's on the metro, 20 meters from metro, 40/60 payment plan. This is the developer who has designed the largest Lamborghini showroom in the world and a value creator for you. Yeah. These are some of the products. The purpose was just to give you the idea in terms of concept, that you have villas and developers, you have apartments and price point and developers and all. These are the top developers we enjoy working with, and out of even this we work 80% of the developers for our 80% of the clients. So that's how I would suggest. Yeah. Now in this industry, like I said in beginning, there are 10,000 plus agencies are there. Yes. Why? What is the differentiator? The In addition to this logistical differentiation, wherein we become a single point of contact for you, from your monetary transaction to mortgage, vastu, whatever support you need. The most importantly, what I will pitch is taking care of your interest, representing you while talking about your purpose, whether it's an investment or not plan. Yeah. Some of our trust and some of the confidence which is shown by clients, and we are proud enough to talk about, we have sold these villas to apartments in these top developers. From Muruj, the products we are talking about, 300 plus return. Jabal Ali Village, it's a product wherein I have my own townhouse, again by Nakhil, very very good products. Opal Garden by Nakhil in Medan. These are some of the apartment projects, so very very good one, and fortunate to be part of those top 10 developers in these projects. Yeah. The next one is again, these are some of from the Furjan, not so known, but into top three for those communities. And again, from Vasal to Nakhil to Acres by Miras to Havelock Residences and all. Yeah. These are some of our happy clients. Let me spend 30 seconds on this. So in this picture, there are people from Google. There are CEOs of Procter and Gamble. There is a famous makeup artist who has been and who was a makeup artist for whom? For Isha Ambani's wedding, and she was flown from Dubai to all those receptions wherever they had in India. I think she had receptions at 4 5 places. She was flown. She's a British Indian. She stays in Dubai, and we are honored to have her client. And then obviously people are from football players to so on and so forth. Yeah. Some of these people, again, like I said, from media industry, the RJ of the, yeah, some business tycoons, some works with Cisco, uh, power companies, yeah, so on and so forth, from French nationals, the CEO of an Egyptian bank, the businessman from India, uh, the people from Philippines. Yeah. These are some of our next webinars which is happening, and again the purpose is just to bridge the gap, whatever you see on the social media, irrespective, yeah, whether it's real estate related or not. Yeah, treat Shore Real Estate as your companion, and our team is available for you to support throughout your journey of the cycle time. And when we talk about our team, this is the team of consultant and experts we have. These are the developer expert, these are the segment experts, and will be happy to be part of your journey. Yeah. And the most important segment for this is the question and answers. So now I'm sure we tried covering many things, but what I have observed in last 5 6 webinars with clients like you, there are still some questions and clarifications. And if you still want to know more and associate or connect directly on one to one, feel free to reach out to us. And if you have any questions for right now, let's discuss so that it becomes a more real time conversation for you, whatever the aspects you want to explore. Yeah. You can write down your questions so that we'll go. Miss Lata Paul, how do we know top localities of Dubai? Okay, ma'am, good question. We had one slide which was talking about top 6 potential areas of Dubai, yeah, which included will ask my team to go back to that slide, which had a top 6 potential areas. So it included Furjan, it had a Medan, Dubai Island, Dubai South. Yeah, so these are the top localities of Dubai. Ma'am, the most important thing for us to understand is what is the purpose. And once we understand your purpose, your planning, and then obviously we'll connect it to these top localities. And that was the slide wherein we touched upon. So yeah, and any of, but then the summary is choose top 3 developer in that areas, because now we are not talking about top 10 developers of Dubai, but we are talking about top communities of Dubai. So choose top developers in that area, and that will still make your purpose achieved. Yeah. uh, Mr. Vivek, rental income properties available. Yes, sir, for sure. We have the rental income properties, which mean what it happens is we are talking about the ready properties. Yeah, so we can buy any of the ready properties in any of the areas meeting to, but I would suggest to buy into the top 6 performing communities. And the good thing is you will get the keys, your rental starts once you have the rental things done. A not so good thing is you are paying 100% of the money in one go. But then if that is the purpose, because in my portfolio 70% are the people who are investing in under construction off plan launches because of the reasons. 30% of the people are still traditional design and thought process, which is still right, because they want to see, they want to be secure and safe in their investment. So perfectly right, we have the rental income properties available. Whether you want to buy the apartments or the townhouses or villas, basis of your budget and plan, we can explore it, sir, for you. Yeah. Mr. Mitul, what is the minimum investment for rental income? Sir, the suppose in case, so minimum investment can be the studio apartment, but if you think about one bedroom as a very fair product to begin with, one bedroom brand new building can come it at around 1.2 to 1.3 million dirhams, and which is around, if you multiply the current conversion rate is around 24, so it's around 2.6 cr. So 1.2, 1.3 million dirham, we can buy your one bedroom apartment. And here the size is around 770, 800 square feet, and it's a net area. Unlike in Indian context, wherein you have super built up and those things, here it's a net carpet area we talk about. You don't have super built up and those things. So when we say 770, it's a 770. So that's a typical average size of one bedroom apartment. 1.2, 1.3 million is the investment requirement, and the rental return should be around 6 to 7%, because there is also maintenance charges. So the gross rental income maybe still appears 7.5, 8%, but the net, and for me, I'm talking about net because that's what you will get. So I don't need to tell you the fancy number 10, 12%, and then you get only 6. So you will get gross 7.5, the net 6% on an average. Yeah. What is the cost of how many members are covered? So, ma'am, golden visa, like when I got, and even still it's the same. The golden visa cost is for one member, it's around 9-10,000 dirhams. Yeah, for family members, it's little less, 6-7,000 dirhams. But then the beauty is it's for 10 years. Once given is given. Yeah, but for first member, whoever is the principal person, the principal sponsor, will cost around 10-11,000 dirhams. It needs around 1 week of your time to stay in the country, because there are medical examination, there are fingerprinting needed, and so on and so forth. Little bit of documentation part, and you can get the golden visa. Then yes, you are a free bird along with the family. Yeah. How many members, ma'am? It's about, like I said, parents, mother and father, and kids, and husband and wife, but not the brother and not the sister. So immediate family members are covered. Yeah. Prashant sir, why not India? Why Dubai? Sir, for sure India. So that's what I represent. I am from India. We are talking about Dubai, and we are talking about Dubai real estate. So for sure India. But what happens, like we talk about the share market and what we talk about any of the investment opportunities, what we do is we diversify. We focus on here, 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 here. Yeah. So that is what we are talking about. That in addition to your Indian portfolio, Dubai is also giving you very, very sustainable, very, very attractive and lucrative options. Yeah, and obviously those logistical and taxation elements and capital gain aspects. So India is also giving you great returns, but Dubai, in addition to great return, it's giving you the entire ecosystem. Like I said, and I'll repeat, here we are treated as life. So here you will feel that you are regarded and celebrated as a life. So these are non-tangible factors. On monetary parts, it wherever it makes sense, but here people don't come only for the monetary part. Here monetary is one thing, but then entire ecosystem, and that's why it's become a package. That's why it becomes wow. So yes, but yeah, why not? India is also a great option. Miss Lata, what if our budget is less than through no golden visa? Ma'am, what people also do sometime, they begin small. For example, they bought a one bedroom apartment for 1.2 million or 1 million or whatever. After 6 7 months, they buy another property, and then once their property value touches 2 million dirhams, then at the same time you are eligible to apply. So no need to worry that if at one point of time you do not have a 2 million dirham, it's perfect. And then the beauty is you don't need 2 million dirham on day one. 2 million dirham should be the price of the property. But if you are buying under construction property, you are just paying the booking amount and with the payment installment and all. So that's how it can be managed. But even if you feel that Sunil, it's a first time you want to begin small, perfectly fine. You can buy a one bedroom apartment. Later, when you feel little more comfortable, after 3 6 9 12 months, buy another property. Once it becomes 2 million as a price of the property, go ahead and apply visa. Yeah. Perfect. So I think though we have a lot of those related questions, so hope we could answer your queries. But what I keep telling to people is, irrespective, for whatever purpose you are thinking about Dubai, even for visit, even if you have some direct or indirect connect in this part of the world, feel free to reach out to us. We'll be even happy to tell you that which is the good restaurant here, which hotel may be recommended for you, which area you should visit. So don't worry that we'll talk only the real estate. We'll be happy to associate with you directly, indirectly, in any manner, irrespective of the real estate. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm an Indian representing you in this part of the world. So feel free, feel me, or treat me and our entire team as your brand ambassador, as your representation. Yeah. And we will do all whatever is senseful to you, whatever is creating and adding value to you and your portfolio, and we'll strive to create a best experience. And that's how we talk about Sure Real Estate. And the name was thoughtful with a very of those connects, and our punchline also says the same thing: built on trust and perfected with excellence. Yeah, so it's been designed with a lot of thought process, and hopefully, and we are proud to say, and you can read our Google reviews, that 80+% of our clients are repeat or referrals. And that's a short. So it's an honor, it's an opportunity for us to be part of your journey, and it's also a responsibility to us. So hopefully we are trying to do justice. It's still in a work in progress, but yeah. So that's where we are for today, and feel free to reach out to us. And I keep telling to my team that what can be the biggest gift people can give, and you have given us your biggest gift from your side is the time. So thank you once again for your time, for your sincere and patient listening. And if we, as a Sure Real Estate and as a Sunil, can be part of your journey in any of the manner, we'll be happy and honored to be there for you. Thank you once again for being with us. Have a good evening and take care.